Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles the Bands, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a very interesting show here for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, as you guys know, Michael Jordan just became a champion in NASCAR, right? Was a very major move for MJ, and something that he dearly wanted to do. He didn't have that level of success as a team owner, but as a in the NBA, but as a NASCAR owner or whatever, the person that owns the team, he, you can see that it was something that he was very passionate about, and ultimately he was able to make his dream come true. And now he's a 7-time champion, right? 6 as an NBA player, and then now as an owner in a totally different sport. So that's Michael Jordan stuff for you right there. So anyway, but that's not really what made headlines. What made headlines was what came after the championship and during the celebration. So there was this video that we've all seen with Michael Jordan and one of the driver's sons. And man, people have been saying, that was inappropriate and blah, 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 blah. So you had the first wave of people that came out and said Michael Jordan did, what, right? I'm not going to say it. But then as more time came out, other sources started to kind of verify the information and saying, no, the kid had ice on his shirt. So at first I thought he was grabbing the kid's butt, but then I saw some videos where it was more zoomed in and he was pulling his shirt. So that became abundantly clear. So he wasn't grabbing his butt. That one I saw for sure. And they're saying he was trying to move ice. Obviously the kid's shirt was wet and all of this, right? So I believe it was yesterday. Stephen A. Stephen A. Smith was able to get the driver that son, the driver whose son was essentially in question here. And I believe the driver's name is Tyler, if I'm not mistaken. So he brought him in to, I think this is his name, Tyler. So towards the tail end of the interview, he essentially asked him, hey man, what are your thoughts on this situation as it pertains to Michael Jordan? And the guy essentially just decided to shut down the entire story and said that, it's a shame that this is what's being talked about, but that's not what we got over here. But before we got over here, and people are making a big deal out of it. So what we want to do is now, before we continue on, what we want to do is want to play his comments to Stephen A. Smith on his show. Then we're going to come back and continue on. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
Yeah, before I let you get on out of here, I'm glad you spoke about Michael Jordan and how supportive he was with you. Seems pretty tight with you, seems pretty tight with your family. We've seen this media backlash because of his celebration with your family. Any comments you want to throw about that? I already went off on people over this nonsense, but is there anything that you'd like to say about the media backlash involving Michael Jordan celebrating with your family?
Yeah, from my perspective, I've gotten to know Michael and his family very well over the years I've been here with 2311, and I don't see what other people see when it comes to this. For me, it's a huge moment. This is the biggest moment of my career. It's a huge moment for my family and for his family, and I just I put that off to the side and just think about how think about the look on Yvette's face, and the whole family and his whole group when they got to Victory Lane 2, and just how happy and everybody was celebrating together. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Tyler Reddick, happy for you, proud of you. Winner of the Daytona 500, my man. Big time accomplishment, and obviously a lot more to come. By the way, Tyler, how old are you?
Great. So you heard his comments. What is my take on this? Do you know what? I think that we just kind of like in a day and age, man, especially with the Epstein stuff, where people are just hypersensitive to these kind of things, and so you have that. And I think you have the other aspect where people are always, not people, some people are always kind of looking for who's next to fall, right? You have just a set of people out there that are just so hell bent on seeing people fall, right? If it's not this guy, is that guy. If it's not Jay-Z, is the next guy. If it's not that, now it's Michael. Just oh, okay, we got that. Do you have people that are like that, right? To me, and then what they do is, some of them, is that they suspend all common sense and reason in pursuit of this goal. What do I mean by that? Well, when I saw the video and I said, okay, well, let's go down the path of this is true what these guys are saying. Why would Michael Jordan do this? And like, why would he do this in front of the whole world? This makes no sense whatsoever. None whatsoever. Number one. Number two, I've seen Jordan with that kid so many times. I think even the video where Desham said that Michael Jordan hit the front, I think the kid was in that video there. So this child, and he's always around, like, so, the part that these guys couldn't explain to me is, why would he do this on camera? They couldn't explain that, right? They couldn't, and they came up with silly comments like, oh, well, he was old, so he forgot himself. Come on, really, man? Like, so why wasn't he up there mumbling and stumbling and bumbling if he forgot himself? Like, come on, like, that wasn't a thoughtful enough response. And people got upset with you because you didn't want to join them. Now, I don't give a if you want me to join you or not. I don't give a you can kiss my ass. I'm not joining you on. If you want to go out there and do that stuff, do it. Nobody's stopping you. I'm not stopping you. But to feel like you got to join me and got to get me to join you, I'm not joining you for nothing. You do it on your own. I'm not here to follow nobody. You know what I mean? I'm not following you. You do it. If that's what you want to do. That's how you get it, how you live, whatever. But for me, I just kind of, my overall takeaway from it was I could just sit back and just kind of observe the world and see how the world operates. And when things like this happen, Jordan was given zero benefit of the doubt, man. They were ready to throw this dude under the bus for like at a moment's notice, right? And it goes to show you, man, the support you have is fickle. Even on this channel, the support one has is fickle. Don't ever think that people truly support you. You're just one mistake away from people canceling you. You're one mistake away from people abandoning you and throwing you in the gutter and the bushes. That's what this situation taught me. So don't ever feel like, oh man, these people have my back. No, they have your back for as long as, they can. But the moment you have a misstep, this shows me, whether if it's true or not, it shows me that a large amount of people will throw you away. They'll throw you in the trash. And all the goodwill that you've built with them knowing you for years, they throw that away in a moment's notice. It's like, we're done with you. That is showing me something about human behavior. And I think that it's a lesson to a lot of people that there are only a few people that are really going to be in your corner regardless, right? Most people, they're fickle. They're fickle. One day they can love you for years and years and years, and then something happens and then boom, you throw them away. To me, with this situation here, I'm not spending too much time thinking on it. At first, I was confused when I saw the video. I'm like, what's going on here? It didn't look appropriate. But then after they zoomed in and I kind of got some more context, because it didn't make, I'm like, wait a minute. But this is what happens when you have a brain. You ask questions. You know what I mean? You ask questions. What's going on here? This doesn't make any sense here. What's going on here? And some people just kind of gave up on that aspect of it. They just jumped to, oh, this is what happened. And this is this and this. And they got mad when people don't join them. How about that? How about that? Don't ask me to join you and just don't think. Like, I thought, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, fine. This could be a possibility. But I said, but why? No, they don't even want you to ask that question. They don't even want you to ask that question. There's no why. Just join us. Kiss my ass with that. And I meant what I said. I meant what I said. I'm talking about people that want you to suspend critical thinking just to join them for the sake of joining them, and they just want you to go down this path and ruin your career. I give you an example of this. I remember during that Diddy trial, you had people creating all kind of reckless content. I mean, look at this. Diddy he went to jail for what he went for, but the stuff that people were saying was insane to me. They were just throwing in everybody. This guy was sending a picture of it. He did this too. He did that. I'm like, what is going on? And people made a lot of fools out of themselves during that period at the end of it. And people lost a lot of credibility, a lot of credibility, but they were just doing it for money. So they were just saying anything in the moment because, this is a time for a money grab. just saying anything and everything. You know how many people have been sued? Forget about it in general for just putting out salacious stories on people with no evidence whatsoever. Just saying it because, I know it. I believe it. Let me say it now. I believe it. I know it in my heart. It's true. Let me say it. You can't associate yourself with these people, man. You cannot. They're not serious. Just don't go on camera and just start saying anything. Even videos when we done about LeBron and P. Have you ever heard me say LeBron is you? No, I don't have proof. I don't have proof. So if I come out here and say that, me believing it and knowing it is two different things. I can believe it, but to say he's done it, I don't have proof of it. So for me to come out here and say, that's how you get yourself a lawsuit, man. Stop being dumb, bro. But it is what it is, man. Y'all have fun with it. Y'all know me, man. I ain't backing up what I believe. If I believe it, that's what it is. Who agree with the video, gonna agree. Who don't agree, whatever.